Good morning, YouTube, or afternoon. I'm today I went and saw the new Avatar 3. It was really good, but the reason I'm talking about it is I saw Avatar 3 in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So a lot of expats or nomads, they think like, "Oh, when they go abroad, you can't see like things in America." Like I saw Avatar 3 with my girlfriend, and we saw it in IMAX 3D for like less than $10 with popcorn and Coke and everything. So there's ways to like really enjoy. Like people think when they leave, they think they won't have any Western comforts. And yeah, I'm in the capital, but in Siem Reap they also have a movie theater, so you can see this. And it was in English, Avatar 3 in Cambodia, and it was in Khmer subtitles, so the Cambodian language. So it's really cool. Avatar 3 was really good. I don't know why people are saying, like some of the reviews are saying it's not good and whatever. I thought it was really good. A lot of the stuff we've gotten is really woke stuff, and that's the reason kind of why I went abroad. Was I wanted to get away from all the woke stuff in America, and it's just gotten out of hand. Like living here as, I don't know what label you could classify me in, as a digital nomad, an English teacher, or expat, or whatever, economic opportunist, or whatever they're calling it now. I'm just trying to have the best quality of life and where I'm treated best. And you can go and have a good life here and have the same Western comforts. But you have to accept some things are different. You have to be good on a scooter. Like I had to drive through traffic through the capital on a scooter, and if you don't want to drive on a scooter, they have taxis that are affordable. They're called tuk-tuks, or you can take a car that's a taxi. It's a way more affordable. It's like $3 for a ride. And you just need to get some form of an income from like America. Like for example, like if you worked in the military, then you could have nuclear fire. So fire is, basically retiring when you're young, before your hair's falling out, you're you have barely any life. So you could join the military in the US and get that nuclear fire. That's like part of the income I have, and also like working online or teaching English. But yeah, Avatar 3 was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I got to see it with my partner. We had big popcorn and Coke for less than $10 for both of us, 3D and IMAX. Like in America, if I try to do it, it'd be a joke. It'd be like a crazy amount of number. And it's just crazy. Like, and then after that, the next day, we went to the river walk, and everyone was relaxed. It was calm. There was like clubs going on in the background. If you're into that scene, there was families going to the restaurants. There was street food. There was people sitting on the river. Like if that happened in America, it'd be like people all drugged up on zombies. Like that kind of atmosphere couldn't exist. Maybe in the 50s when they had picnics, but it was kind of like that atmosphere when you think of 1950 picnics, but with all the crazy stuff just flowing, the Buddhist way of flowing. And that's partly why I love Cambodia and love Asia, because it just flows, it works. If you can get income from the US and you can live here in Cambodia and can adjust to the culture, you can make a lot of money, basically being financially set. And then you can teach English online, or teach English in person, or you can volunteer at an NGO or set up a business. Like all that's possible here. And the quality of life is really good. Safety is really good here. Like in the movie theater, I don't have to worry about some crazy person coming and shooting me up. Like, yeah, the government is kind of crazy in Cambodia, but it's like that everywhere. Just don't talk about the government, don't get involved with the government, and everything is fine. And I mean, in America, you try to get involved with the government, it's not like anything's gonna change. No matter the election's rigged. It's just how it goes. And you try to vote for someone, and then later on they come out, they're total opposite what you thought you were voting for. So Avatar 3 was really good. It didn't have a lot of woke stuff, and that's mainly why I came to America. Like the quality of life here is good, and eventually if I want to raise a family, I don't want them to be around all that woke stuff, all that craziness. It's out of control. And in my opinion, the current president is not doing enough. He's just whatever, a puppet. And it's my opinion. Some people will be upset. But it is what it is, my opinion. And I mean, you can't walk around the streets in America safe. You got to carry a gun. Like at least in Cambodia, if you have a hard currency, It doesn't matter, America, Canada, and Europe, whatever, the euro, the pound, you can have a good quality of life. So you need to go where you're treated best. People in Asia, they go and they immigrate to America because they're treated better there. So why can't we go where we're treated best? Because basically, as a man or a white man or whatever, you're basically treated like second class citizen in America. Like, you can't go to the movie theater without some bull crap. Like, it costs you an arm and a leg, you got to give a kidney to just watch Avatar 3, and then all the movies we watch now are all woke and have craziness in them. So I really enjoyed Avatar 3. I thought it was really good. You know, after a lot of the movies, they're just shoving propaganda up your face. And in Cambodia, you have Cambodian problems, or Asia, you have Asian problems. You don't have to deal with American problems, you know? And if someone is being a crazy expat and they want to bring that stuff here, guess what? You can turn them off. I had this lady sit by me, and she was like very woke. She was from Europe, and she was saying like how whatever, the French colonized whatever, blah blah blah, in Cambodia. But to be honest, if it wasn't for the French, there would be no Cambodia. It would be part of Thailand or part of Vietnam. You know, it would have been sliced in half. So the French is the reason there's Cambodia, you know. So I mean, I'm trying not to get in trouble with the current history, but I mean, you can always look it up and fact check me. But you know, she was just saying this stuff, and it's like China is basically the new French. They're taking over the world and colonizing it. And to be honest, I really don't like the Chinese mannerisms. They just climb on your head and are just crazy. Not all of them are, but their mannerisms are not like Western mannerisms. They do not believe in, it's dog for a dog, dollar for a dollar, you know. And that's partly like the reason why I didn't like living in Vietnam. Like, Vietnam is cool, it's cheap, there are good people, but sometimes like the people, they just climb on your head. There's no respect, mostly from the men. The women are okay, but the men are something else. Like, you go out to check out and they're like trying to cut you in line and throw crap on the counter and get in your face, and it's like, come on, do you want to fight? Are we in a bar? Like, I thought I'm in a grocery store. Like, there should be some type of order. This is kind of Asia, you know. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, in Cambodia, you don't have to worry about it. They're very like non-confrontational, so they're more relaxed here, you know. Yeah, you have some a-holes every once in a while, but you know, Cambodia is really good. It is definitely a hidden gem. Now with Thailand and Cambodia fighting it out and all that, it's just a conflict, so don't worry about that, you know. It's just white noise, you know. But my plan is to basically make $1 million in the future, and I'm using my VA money I'm coming in, online income and teaching English, or basically any like side job to pay for my expense. And then after that, then I will go to Japan with my partner. I'm doing her visa for Cambodia. It's like whole process, you know. If you have a Western passport, we're so lucky. You can travel the world. Like, my passport, I can go to like a lot of countries, and I just went to Vietnam and paid like, I don't know, like $200, and I get China for 10 years, 60 days. Like, for any other person to go to China, a visa is very complicated, you know. I mean, yeah, there's better passports than the American passport, but mostly the places you want to go is open. But a lot of people, they don't travel, and it's not that complicated, you know. You just need to figure it out, you know. It's not that complicated. It just takes some common sense, you know. And yeah, I really, we're gonna go to Japan to see the cherry blossoms with my family, meet them halfway, you know. And because I don't want to go back home because it costs so much money and it interrupts my plan to make money. Like, and I don't really need to go home. Maybe in the next 5 years, or like if my sister gets married or someone like passes away. But I really don't want to go back home to America. I mean, I have FaceTime, I miss my family, but I don't really miss America, you know. Like, all it stands for is a bunch of propaganda. Like, yeah, it was good. It's good if it's accountable, but it's just a bunch of bull crap now, you know. Like, yeah, if you can play the game in America, it's good, but after you play the game and you want to raise a family or a future or build a business or livelihood, and you don't want your wife to get stabbed on a bus or kids to get stabbed, that's a problem. But if you're a single dude and you have a gun and you want to fight and defend yourself and be a warrior, that's fine, you know. But in Cambodia, it's less like that, you know. I mean, yeah, the traffic, it's not perfect here, you know. You have traffic problems, the cars drive crazy here, but you know, you have to see what you want to live with. So anyways, after we go to Japan, we'll go to the Philippines, and I'll do my scuba diving, get my dive master. And my plan is to basically pay for my livelihood that way, work online and use my VA benefits and basically reinvest in the stock market. and travel the world that way by slow traveling. Because over here in Asia, my dream is to travel the world, and like I couldn't do that in America. Like the cost of flights is so expensive. Like all we have is South America and North America, and to be honest, I don't want to sound like rude, but the cultures are very similar on that side. Like they're all Spanish cultures basically in South America and Central America, besides Belize is English, speaks English, and maybe some other ones that I'm not naming right now. But in South America, you have Portugal, and you have the other colonies like Suriname, I think Suriname, and all them. They speak French, I believe. Don't know much. I'll have to fact check it, but I mean, most of the cultures like are Spanish speaking. They're all very similar, but Asia, they're so different in the culture. You go to Vietnam, you go to Cambodia, they're so different. 3,000 years, like I love that, you know. And then you can go to China and Japan and India if you want to be very adventurous, or Egypt. Like to me, like you can do that, you know, and you don't have the problems here in Asia like in Latin America with the crime and everything. But that's kind of my journey, and yeah, kind of like I guess my expat life of just living in the capital and just enjoying time, getting her visa, and then we'll go to Cambodia. Yeah.